So, welcome back to Laptop TV. Here with Dunk. Today is race day, and yeah, we're going to take the Ignis out on track. We've just stopped at the garage on the way, basically just to do a few checks, make sure we've got enough oil. The gear knob fell off last night, so we've come and nicked the gear knob off the donor car.
It's not as sexy, but it'll do the job.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll actually stay on.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't want the gear knob falling off mid-corner or anything. So yeah, what else we got to do?
Just dip the oil, make sure it's all right.
Yeah.
Wake up a bit.
Wake up a bit. We were up in time for McDonald's breakfast, so that's a bonus. And yeah, we got some stickers to go on, so we might just quickly chuck the stickers on as well before we go. And then we're going to head down to Three Sisters and book onto, well, sign up and do all the briefing and stuff, and then we'll get out on track.
Pop my track cherry.
Yeah. It's Duncan's first time on track as well.
Be kind.
In my car. And it's a little bit damp, but we're hoping by the time we get there it might dry out a little bit, so fingers crossed. So we're here at Three Sisters. It is absolutely chucking it down.
Yeah,
it's pretty wet.
Pretty moist.
Yeah, you can see the windows are pretty steamed up. We were outside for the briefing just then, and it absolutely tipped it down.
Oh, yeah.
It's meant to dry up about midday, so hopefully we'll get a few sessions in just to get a feel for the car, and then hopefully
get a nice afternoon of it.
Yeah, nice afternoon of dry weather. So we'll see how it goes. Like we said, it's Duncan's first time, so we'll just take it nice
Pray
and slow.
for me.
Yeah. But it should be all right. It feels like it's still got plenty of grip even in the rain. We've got the AD08 tyres on, so we are running semi-slicks still, but it should be all right. As long as it doesn't totally chuck it down and we get loads of standing water, I think we'll be fine.
Let's face it, I'm going to be slow either way.
I think I will. I'm not gonna go mad while it's wet. So yeah. We've just got novices on before us, and then we're going on. We didn't put Duncan on a novice day. I thought I'd just chuck him in at the deep end.
Pick me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Vouching for me, I appreciate it. Just makes me look like a bigger knobhead when I'm big.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, we'll catch up when we get on track. Oh, he's done it again.
You'd have thought he'd learn.
So I went out first in the car. The conditions were pretty horrendous to begin with, but actually it handled pretty well considering. I wasn't pushing too hard because obviously it was my first time out on track in the car. Yeah, it's quite nice actually. It kind of like understeers to let you know it's losing grip a little bit. It like slides forwards. It's pretty predictable.
Quite gentle.
Yeah. The grips bear that well.
Yeah, that's a very chucky good protection.
I think somebody's lambda sensors on the road. Yeah, so you put your foot down, it slowly just starts shifting forwards. So
nice gentle amount of understeer.
yeah. Duncan took the second session out. It was still raining pretty heavy. It actually started raining a little bit more through his session, and he did really well, but to begin with I just gave him a few little pointers so he learnt where to position the car. Keep it tight, go wide out, and then come back over this side. Let's just slow down here because it's standing water. And right out to the outside. And slow down, pull it in nice and tight on this side. Power down, and then back in. Right out to the outside, it's slippy, so just ease the power in on that bit. Cut in now. Just take this one slow for the first time. Just, yeah, go up. And then cut back out to the outside again. And then cut in here now. Back out to the outside. And then slow down and cut in really tight. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't, when you come out the corners, don't, while it's wet, don't mash the throttle down because it won't pick up grip.
Right.
Tight and then right to the outside. Ease in and again on this one, then down now. A few laps in and he already started overtaking some cars. He was doing really well for his first session out, especially in the rain. We didn't really have any mistakes, went wide on like one corner, but corrected it pretty well. So yeah, really good progress for the first session. Just creep up on him, he's going slower than you. Once it started drying out, Dunk really started pushing the car. There was actually only split seconds between mine and his lap times, which was really impressive considering he'd only really done a few sessions at this point. We were both really shocked at how well this Ford KA went as well. It was basically a standard car, and it was, yeah, really pushing along, one of the fastest cars of the day actually. In the afternoon it started getting really warm. It was getting really good temperatures to get heat in the tyres, so I went out behind this Evo with the mission to try and catch it. I'd passed it earlier in the day when it was raining, but I obviously knew that he would be taking a bit more care of his car than I was, as it's a lot more valuable. But I went out in the dry and tried to catch it. I didn't think I'd actually get it, but we did actually manage to catch up with it eventually. It took a lot of pushing and just creeping up a little bit at a time, but almost a full session to catch up with it. But I was pretty proud that the Ignis managed to do it. So yeah, that was an achievement of the day. Copied my lines that Clio, I think.
Is he getting quicker?
Yeah. So much quicker on that corner because he's got the grip. Yeah. The rally monsters.
He's just got the grip out of that corner.
Yeah.
This might be his balloon, maybe.
Got me there though. No? He hasn't got me there though. Yeah. So that was the day at Three Sisters. The car did so well. I didn't have a problem with it all day. It was absolutely awesome. I did have more footage to show you, but my GoPro's been playing up recently, and actually the day we went I didn't think it was going to work at all, so I wasn't even going to film a video. But yeah, we did actually manage to get it working. So yeah, it was working slightly, but every now and again it kept freezing and then deleting all the footage. So I lost a lot of the footage, but I did the best I could with what I had. I just need to get another GoPro before I go on another track day, because yeah, that GoPro's had it. It's really annoying because I haven't actually used it a lot. It's not lasted very long. But yeah, the car did really well. Dunk did super well. So by the end of the day, once it started drying out, his lap times were pretty much the same as my lap times. And maybe not quite as consistent, so he wasn't putting them in like every single lap. He was, I think he was like still getting the feel for the car, so like yeah, trying to figure out how much he could push it. And I think towards the end of the day he was trying to push too much and he was actually getting a little bit slower. But that's all part of the learning experience, is trying to figure out the limit of the car without pushing it too far and then ending up going slower. But for a good section he was like very fast and going as quick as I was. So yeah, just I think a bit more practice and trying to get consistent and figuring out when you're quick and when you're not. That is that just comes with time on track. And obviously I've still got a lot to learn. I don't claim to be a pro or claim to be the quickest. I've got a lot to learn. Obviously, if you're watching the video, I wasn't heel and toe in and doing stuff like that. Basically, because I'm too tall for the car. But I would like to like rearrange the seating position so that I can heel and toe and rev match and stuff. At the moment, my knees just hit the steering wheel when I tried to do it, so I just can't. I had to just drive like normal. But I would like to sort that out so that I could learn a bit more like that, because I've never really had a car that I can drive properly because of my height. I've never really been able to heel and toe in anything I've had because I'm just too tall for them. So I would like to sort the seating position out so that I could drive it a little bit better. And yeah, I've still got a lot to learn on track. I would like to go to a slightly bigger track next time. I've always wanted to do Anglesey, so maybe Anglesey will be the next trip. And yeah, the only thing I want to sort out before next time is the tyres. So the stock Enkai wheels that come on the Ignis are really narrow, and they're meant to take a 185 tyre, but even a 185 tyre bulges slightly on the rim, and the smallest track day tyres you can get, like semi-slick tyres, you can get a 195. So I've got a massive bulge on the side, and I think that's why there was so much tyre squeal when I was going around the corners, was because there's a lot of movement in the walls. So I'd like to get some slightly wider wheels before next time, but other than that, I've got nothing to complain about. The car did really well. Obviously it's not the fastest thing in the world, but for the amount of power and stuff that it had, it did so well. It barely got past, well, it got passed by one person all day, and that was Alex in his 2ZZ swapped MR2 while Dunk was driving. And that is the only thing that passed us all day. We passed almost everything. There was only one car I think I didn't pass, which was a K20 swap Mini. That was, yeah, like a Z Cars conversion with a K20 in the back of the Mini. Although I didn't pass it, I was on his bumper for like 10 laps. I just couldn't get past him because he was just pulling out of the corners a lot quicker than I was. So he'd create a gap and then I'd close it and create it again. It was a bit frustrating, but yeah, car did really well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. I am nearly at 4,000 subscribers and I am going to do a Q&A. So if you want to drop a question for the Q&A, put it in the comments down below and I will do my best to answer all of them. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.